Hello friends, Dr. Nancy Trimbley here, putting the power and knowledge of your health back in your hands. Our most watched video on this channel is cranial work at home. That is realigning the cranium by yourself. And I had a great question yesterday from a patient. She was doing this for herself at home and asked, what am I supposed to be feeling for? And I do believe I speak about that in our cranial work at home video, but I wanted to go more into detail. So the first position I speak of on the video is the frontal bone here, where you're gently guiding the frontal bone forward. And to encapsulate the motion that you should be feeling, in essence, your cranium, you should feel it elongate to front and back as one cycle of I call it the respiration. Others might call it the primal movement. So anyway, it should elongate front and back and then go out to the sides. Kind of like if you had a balloon that you would squeeze from the side, so it would elongate forward to backward. And then if the balloon would do this, if it would then expand outward from the side. So it goes in, kind of in, and then out. And it's a respiratory rhythm that is different from your breathing respiratory rhythm. But this is the cerebral spinal pump that is pumping fluid around your brain and your spinal cord, which allows for proper neural function, for proper nerve firing. If your cranial bones are in the wrong alignment, if they are kind of like, I like to say, it's like a jigsaw puzzle. And if you look at a completed jigsaw puzzle and you squeeze the puzzle from each edge, the jigsaw puzzle pieces will kind of buckle. And you can still see the image of the jigsaw puzzle, but the pieces will not be aligned properly. And I like to say that's what's happening with the cranium. So when we hold those cranial points, we're allowing the body to find that correct alignment and that normal rhythm. So when you hold the frontal bone point right here, initially, if it's out of alignment, you might feel a whirring. You might feel it in your hands, or you might feel it inside your head. You might feel like one side has a little bit of motion and the other side does not. And these are all subtleties. I like to say when I'm teaching a young associate doctor how to do cranial work, I like to say, if you imagine it's happening, then it's happening. So it takes a lot of imagination. It takes some being very present and focused, and having highly sensitive tactile, having very sensitive hands. I know what you're feeling. So the frontal bone should eventually go forward, and then you'll feel it kind of expand out. The next one above the ears is the parietal. And again, well, this one should go up and then out when it's got its normal rhythm and its normal movement, up and then out. The sphenoid, this one is going to go forward and then out and then forward and then out, and it's very slow. When you go to the temporal bones and you've got your fingertips on the ears, that one is going to go, I'm going to do this opposite now, it's going to go out. So it seems to expand out. That seems to be the way it wants to go at first when it's finding its proper alignment. It's going to expand out and then in and then out and then in. And when you have your hand on the back of the skull at the occiput and here at the frontal bone, you should be feeling that go out and then almost expand to the sides. And so out, kind of like front and back, and then out to the sides. So I hope that helps. Good luck with that. Bye for now.
Do you like what I have to say here on YouTube? You are going to love our community, Undercover Vitality. I share with you all of my secrets. I hold nothing back. I have coursework that will help you to navigate your health and your future journey and also avoid the hold that the system has had on you your whole life. Join me on Undercover Vitality for just $9 a month. And we'll even give you your first week free so you can check it out. See you there.